Welcome to day 5 of our 21-day fast. It's almost been a week. You're doing great. You're almost there. We've been focusing this week on priority, making time and space for God. And as I was thinking about this, I was reminded of 2 Kings chapter 4. And in that scripture, you can see a story of this widow. Her husband had been a part of the company of the prophets, but he'd passed on and she didn't have enough to provide for her family. So she went to the man of God, Elisha, and she said, Elisha, I need help. What can you do? He says, do you have anything in your house? And her response is, nothing. I don't have anything. But then she remembers, well, there's this little bit of oil. And I think just a side note there, it's interesting that sometimes we feel like we don't have enough to give or to offer, and God can always use what's in our hand. So Elisha tells her, gather all the jars you can and begin to pour this oil into them. And I promise God is going to fill them. So she goes to her neighbors, everywhere she can find a jar. She gathers them all into her home and begins to pour this oil, pour the oil. And it just continues to flow to fill every jar. And the scripture says that she turns around at one point and there's no more jars to reach for. And at that point, the oil stops flowing. I think sometimes when we're talking about making space and room for God in our lives and to meet with Him, the question comes in our head, but will He really meet me? Will He really come? Will He really answer? Will He be enough? And I just really wanted to encourage you today, as you seek God for the things you're fasting for, that He will be faithful to fill what you have available. And so as you make time for Him today, know He is the God of abundance. John 10:10 says that He comes to give life abundantly. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't measure it out, but He pours out more than enough. And so as you make space for God today, know He will be faithful to meet you. Well, we're excited for all that you're doing today. We're praying with you, believing that God is going to break through in your needs. Have a wonderful day.